tonight I've got this interchangeable centre with two interchangeable heads here. I've got one with a cone on and a point, and one with a cone but no point, and also hollow, which you'll see why in a few minutes. Besides that, Olono lager, it's very, very sharp. Now, best way to sharpen them, look in my other pocket, is with a diamond file. Don't matter which sort, and then you can just put a bit of fluid on there and then just lay that flat on the bevel and just give it a few sharp, well, about 3 or 4 strokes of that, and that will keep it sharp. How far are we going? Again, we don't want to go all the way through because otherwise we'll hit the drive centre, and guess what? That's going to do your long hole borer no good at all. So just pull it out slightly so it's clear, switch on the lathe and then just push in slowly about ½ an inch, pull out, clear. A lot of it ends up in your tailstock, so that's why you don't see much swarf coming out at the beginning. And ear defenders because it squeals. You may think, what's the point of pulling it out when there's nothing coming out? There is. If you're going too far and you don't pull it out, it will jam, and then you will have one heck of a problem pulling it out. So again, just go to look on there how far I am. I want to be about halfway, so I've just got my thumb. Again, you could put easily a piece of insulating tape, masking tape on here. So that is halfway through. Lathe off. I decided to turn it around because this end is larger. It's got a spigot on here. That could be longer and the correct size of the hole you are going to make in the base of a lamp. So that is something you can do. So again, let's just tighten this in the chuck. That means you don't need an additional piece of equipment. You can just, provided you've got a hollow tailstock here, and then that just goes up there. And again, don't need a lot of pressure on because it's held in the chuck, so that's fine. We're going into about there, so I don't need to go in far. You know when you go through because it suddenly just starts going very, very quickly. Again, just get that lined up. In fact, I'll just pull it out and just get a bit of more swarf out of it. So again, never have it tight up against the item. Pull it out slightly before you start your lathe. It's cut in, back out. Even though I know I'm almost through, I still want that clearance. So again, back out. Right, you will see there, maybe my arm just suddenly shot forward. And I think you can all guess what? We are now through. So I'll just get my chuck key and we'll take this out. So we'll just go to the top camera and you can see. And that is through. That's now through. So you've got your hole. That could be held in your piece of wood what you're turning. So again, I'd make my base now, hollow the base out so that fits in, then I can turn this so it runs concentric with the lamp base. So basically all you do is just like we've done before, just like doing a trinket box, is make a recess in a piece of wood, same time to put that in, and then that's how you get that to go that way. So that is a way I do it. The other way, which when I do any lawn items, and like I say to everybody, what just want to do staircase spindles, it can be difficult or anything like that. 3 pieces. Turn 2 pieces. Turn 1 piece between centres. Put a sprig on it. Same with another piece. The size of a sprig needs to relate to the hole in this, I could say, bangle, which we talked about the other week. This is easy to make. Long piece of wood, turn round, drill a hole through the centre, so it goes beyond the thickness that you need this. Bead it, and then part it off. You've got a hole in the centre, and I say Lathe tenons or spriggets needs to be the same size as the hole. Then you can join 2 pieces, 3 pieces together. Again, as I'm going on here, that will be drilled through with a hole. So that's how standard lamps are made, is lots of segments what's drilled and put together. They're not one, because people look at them and say, how the heck have they drilled a 5 foot high standard lamp in one go? They haven't. They've done it in segments. And if you get them joints perfect, you can't see. That's why you're always going to bring the 2 beads down together or do a V cut so it hides the joints. So that is another way to do sorter pieces. So if you're using a drill bit, you don't need to do a long length. You could just go a 6-inch piece, 150mm, drill from both ends, and you are going to get more or less an accurate hole every time with that. What with stem all the way down. This is more accurate. They all line up together. So you could do a 15-foot column, put it on the floor, and it would just roll perfectly rather than bump as it went over because it was misaligned.